Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't said that in so long. Okay, so yeah, I've been gone for a minute guys, like forever minute, and I would like to apologize for that. I was working on something new, a new segment that I wanted to introduce to my channel, and so I was like doing my research and making sure that I'm sure about what I want to do and this new route that I want to take. Yes, I still want to do makeup stuff, but like I want you guys to get to know me a bit better, and I want us to talk more. I want us to engage more, and I feel like, I mean, so many people are doing makeup. There's so much more to me than just makeup, and yeah, like, so why not let you guys in on other things that I think about, that I do, that consume my time, you know. So yes, I apologize, and I am back, and hopefully this goes well, this goes great. I'm sure you can see by the title of the video, I want basically to discuss like my journey with confidence, and I have like a little bit of story time on like how I grew up, and you know, confidence in my life. When did I start becoming confident, and yeah. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, please don't forget to comment, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. What do you even mean, sis? Well, actually I can't say that because I've been MIA, but I promise you, you're not going to regret it. Please press the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any video that I post. You get a notification as soon as I upload a video. And yeah, thank you. So let's get started. Please excuse, like, I wanted to wear eyelashes today, but I'm having eyelash glue drama, and yo man, I've been postponing on doing this video, so I'm not letting anything get in my way. So this is what you're gonna get. So okay, so growing up, I wasn't really someone who was confident at all. I literally had probably like 5% confidence growing up, like to a point where if someone was staring at me or looking at me, I assumed that there was something wrong with me. Like if I was at a party or if I was around people, I'd just go maybe to the bathroom and, you know, try to see maybe if there's something wrong, if I have a booger, if maybe my eyeliner is smudged, I don't know, whatever it is. I wasn't really confident growing up. I also was bullied a lot, but like I feel like right now things have changed for you know, I'm a 2000 and stuff. Like for me, or for us, or when I grew up, being bullied was like a normal thing. It wasn't even something that you would like make a big hoo-ha about. You either had to have a comeback, or yeah, tula, like there was nothing much you would do. And when I grew up in a time where snitching was it was not spoken about. Nobody liked a snitch. Nobody, yeah, like if you snitched on your footsie, your parents, mamela, you'd be the joke, escolian. So we wouldn't do that. Like even if you were being treated badly or whatever it is, you'd keep quiet about it. So recently I've literally especially during the lockdown, I was like, you know what, work on yourself for real. And I wanted to actually explore the meaning love yourself and what that actually meant. And yeah, when you hear it, it sounds so cliche, and you're like, Bas Bora Foods, what do you mean love yourself? Of course I love myself, but do you really? Those are the questions I was asking myself. Do you really love yourself? Loving yourself also means not accepting clownish behavior from other people. You understand? Like loving yourself means setting boundaries. Loving yourself means knowing the spaces that you should be in and the spaces you shouldn't be in. And loving yourself means knowing who you are and what you like and what you want to be around. And if you're around people that maybe don't have the same values as you, or don't have the same not the same vision, but you know, like maybe overall ideal life in mind. I started this journey on my own. I started looking at myself differently. I used to have what society now deems as like a really nice body, like slim thick vibes and whatever not. But I grew up obviously back in the days when it wasn't so cool, when you were still young, because mina, hey man, ass has been there since maybe since diaper days, bruh. Like I've been thick. So there were times where it was not so fun, you know, where you get dissed, where you get teased for the size of your bum. I didn't even know that I was like, I didn't know that I was, you know, wider than most kids, and until I got teased about it in the streets, literally in my own streets. Like boys would be like, yo, your bum is so big and whatever and all. So then this one day I went home and I was like, how is my bum big? And I asked my mom about it and she's like, no, it's fine, you know. And I was like, oh, okay. Then I started realizing that, oh, okay, maybe I'm a bit different, you know, from other people, because you know, I have big bums and I've got wide hips or whatever it is. And then there was also the lips thing. Like I used to get teased for that so much. And I used to love lip gloss, and I'd wear a lot of lip gloss and people would tease me about it and be like, your lips are so wide, why you wear that lip gloss and stuff like that at school. And I was always just like I think naturally I don't think I was super confident, but I was comfortable in my own skin. And projections or whatever other people had to say about me was what started making me feel very self-conscious. So then I would maybe either put lip gloss only on the center of my lips and make sure that it doesn't, you know, look like my lips are protruding or whatever not, or I would I'd wear clothes that cover up my bum so that and even if it's there but people are not like focusing on it, or they don't see it and stuff like that. And so I grew up being like very timid, very like shy, very even weird, I can say, because I was trying to like hide all these things that I had. And I had like my features, I've got like big eyes, big nose, big lips, so it was just like, oh my gosh, I was just always picked on. I was always the talk of the town. I mean, Escole and NJ, I was the easy target NJ to pick on, like, because they know I'm not going to do anything or say anything about it. And as time went on, I just like learned how to deal with it. Like literally just developed a thick skin. Like I was bullied like from primary school days, as far as I can remember. And yo man, it's not something easy to handle. You come back home feeling like there's something wrong with you because of your appearance. And that's like, I mean, really shallow of people, but I mean, what can you do? They were just kids, you know. So kids don't really know how hurtful the things that they say could be to other people, and everything is just a joke. As long as you can make the next person laugh, or you know, when back in high school or primary, when you diss someone, then it'd be like, yo, you know that I will ish as entertainment. Yeah, I'm should say me now, I'm the joke of the day. And you're just like, you know what, it is what it is. I started feeling very confident in my late 20s. That is so odd. I'm still in my late 20s, by the way. Very far. Well, not very far, but I'm far from the 30 mark in terms of, okay, I'm not far from it, but like I'm not 30 yet. I only started gaining like proper confidence last year, which is so odd because last year I was the biggest that I've ever been, like really big. You know when you don't even buy jeans anymore because you're like, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I wear dresses and tights now. Peace out. I did lose weight though. I lost 10 kgs from last year. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So, I just really only started being confident last year. And yo man, confidence for me means like I can walk around without wearing makeup. I can wear whatever I want in terms of clothes. Like, I started wearing shorter stuff, things that I would never wear when I was like a nice size 36, because I've been conditioned to feel as if there was something wrong with me, that I always needed to lose weight. I always had some covering up to do on my body. So I never looked at shorts. I never looked at anything that was really revealing at all. The only thing that I can say I used to wear a lot when I was like in my 20s is like or like crop tops, because that's the only skin I could show, because tummy wise, I was set. I never had a big tummy, like, ever. Yeah, until recently. But anyway, so that's the only thing I could wear. So I was always like in jeans and crop top, jeans and crop top. You'll never see me in shorts. I feel like during the lockdown, like I said, I've been doing a lot of introspection and just like practicing self-love and boundaries for yourself and short-term goals for yourself, and also reaching out to the Mbali that I want to be. So yes, I'm happy as who I am. I love myself. I'm very confident now. But I mean, I think for all of us, there are certain things that we want to achieve, and there's a certain self that you want to be. And so basically those goals that I'm speaking about are goals and plans for me to get to where I want to be and for me to become my ideal self, right? And now I can confidently say that I can say good things about myself. Like, I was never a person to self-care. Like, I will do the most. I'll make sure that I do my makeup, I do my hair, I do whatever to make me feel good, you know, when I'm out and about with other people and whatever not. But I'd never like be like, okay, you look good. No. And even if I did, it was like an internal thing. I never said that out loud. I thought that was weird. Anyone who had like who was like, oh damn, I'm beautiful or whatever, I thought they were weird for saying that, because I felt like, how dare you say that about yourself? And honestly, what is wrong with that? If not you, who? If you don't tell yourself that you're gorgeous, who will? And if you don't tell yourself that you're gorgeous, whoever that comes into your life and tells you that, you're gonna hang on to them and believe them, and if they feel that you're beautiful. But as long as you don't feel it, as long as you don't think that you're beautiful yourself, you're gonna hold on to whoever validates that. And that's been me my whole life, basically. What I will say is, like, now I am able to say good things about myself. I'm able to look at myself and be like, damn, you're beautiful. I'm able to post it even, because that was one thing I'd definitely not do. If I would tell myself I was beautiful, I'd probably whisper in the mirror and be like, girl, you look nice today. And that's it. That's as far as I'd go. But now, hey, don't try it. Now, no, I don't care. And I don't care what anyone has to say. Like, I really am confident. And I don't think confidence has to just do with your looks. No, definitely not. But like, that was the part that I was battling with the most. Like, I've always thought that I was smart. I've always thought that I'm very opinionated. Like, I've got a good head on my shoulders but I never thought I was beautiful. I never thought I was beautiful. So yeah, I actually, to get into that story time that I spoke about in the title, when I was in grade 11, I'll actually confirm that and probably put it down here and say what was the actual deal, because sis can't remember. When I was in grade 11, there was this boy who used to bully me, guys. Yo, this guy was fucking stressed. Like, he started like Nani, he'd say things like Minang namatanga shwabene. He'd say that I'm Like, he wouldn't like come out and say that I was ugly, but he would insinuate it a lot. But basically he'd bring attention to me negatively, like all the time. Like, people, like, I had found ways to make sure Gucci people around Sugeli, I stay in my own lane, and Nabo, they stay in their own lane. But he made sure Gucci, he saw me one day in my class, and he was like, easy target, and he used me to basically become the class clown. Everyone thought he was funny. He'd throw jabs at me all the time. So this one time he did it. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something about my lips, ne? And I was so mad that day. I was so mad that I got home and I told my mom, go to my man, Mama, there's a boy at school, he's bullying me, and I'm shy. So my mom was like, no, do you want me to speak to the school? I say, that's just gonna make things worse for me. I'm gonna be teased even more than that. I don't want to try it. Please. Futhi, it was high school, so so I was like, no, don't worry, I'm going to hit him. So she's like, don't do that, whatever. But she's not taking me seriously because it's a boy, so I'm sure she's thinking, lo uyadlala. Okay, so we had like now I'm gonna reveal my age, like JVC days where you'd put in your Taibo, what was that thing called, cassette or what, or video. So my mom would buy like my mom was like a health freak, so she had Taibo cassettes and stuff, so I played them and I would learn how to kick. And when I was in primary school, I hung out with a lot of boys. So I remember this one time, one of my friends who was a boy, like he kicked me after I kicked him or something like that, and it was so painful. It was so I was just like, what the hell did you do? And then he's like, come here, I'm going to teach you how to kick. You don't kick like that. You don't just let your leg like, just flow like that. You need to make sure that you put all your strength into your foot and you kick. Yeah, well, so he had taught me how to kick like, well, not really like a boy, but like better than what I was already doing. So back to the Taibo. So I was learning how to kick higher. Like, I don't know if you guys know Taibo's videos, Billy Blank's videos, but like there was this Coco there who would kick very high. So I was aiming for that because obviously I was like 17, so I'm like, so I was aiming very high with my kicks and my punches. I was ready. So I went to school the next day. So it was a Friday food. So on that Friday, no, everything's still cool. He hasn't picked on me the whole day. We go to our last period. Our period before break time, which was LO. Right, so in LO class we had this teacher, Mrs. Wasserman. She was the sweetest. Like, well, I thought she was really sweet. I really liked her, and she was short and tiny, and she stood in front of the class. So because Mina, my surname Kalanguti, so I was always like either second or third in terms of like alphabetically on the list. So at our school at Dawnview High, they'd literally put you in alphabetical order. So I remember, I was sitting next to Ayanda Kribi, like her surname starts with a C, so she was before me, and so my teacher was right in front of me, and then everybody else was like around the classroom or at the back. So I hear him, he calls Mrs. Wasserman, and he puts his hand up and he's like, hey ma'am, can't you smell food around where you're sitting? Yeah, well, I'm already just like, Jesus is Lord, and I'm listening. And then she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, no ma'am, like there's a hamburger. Okay, there's a hamburger like right right in front of you, ma'am. The whole class is laughing. Yeah, but when I lost it, my best friend was in my class. When she started laughing, I was like, never. Because this little twit thinks this is funny. So when we go to the rest of our friends during break, that is all that is going to be spoken about. So I was just mad. I was like, no. Like, I'd always want to, like, limit my bullying. If you're going to bully me, it must end here. I don't want to now deal with it when I'm sitting with my friends. I don't want to now be laughed at by my friends or bullied by my friends. Like, you understand? Or etlasini. So, I know now it's a wrap. I've got my moves ready. I'm ready to kick some butt. And I'm not playing. I'm not playing. And I till this day, I feel like I'm like that. I give you a lot of chances so you can hang yourself. Like, I'm very nice. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But once I realize it's okay, there's no turning back. La. You have officially trial at me to the highest level of trialing. Then it's on. It's on, and there's honestly no turning back, and I can't hear anything after that. No bungathi sorry, no bungathini angisezwa kahle, because babes, I gave you so many chances. So I was ready. In my head I was like, okay, it's going down. It's going down, no turning back. Yeah, and I didn't tell anyone this except for my mother. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. I'm quiet. So I used to wear those boots that you get from Woolies. I don't know if I should call them boots, but they were like leather and they had like this thick rubber base, and then they had laces on top. And I wore those and had a very big pink bag. I was also like a bit of a tomboy. I'd literally wear boxes under my gym dress or my school uniform or whatever it is. So so I waited for this boy, and then the class even the teacher laughed. Mrs. Wasserman laughed. That's when I was like, it's a wrap, it's a wrap, it's a wrap. If I needed a sign from anybody out there in the universe, whether or not I should because it was something that Jill Scott says, if they were, she says, when she's speaking to that lady that took her man, she's like, I wondered what I would do when I saw you. Would I whatever not, or would I tap that ass? So if I had any question and I needed a sign, or whether or not it must go down, that was my sign. When my teacher laughed, I was like, no, I'm not safe. Everybody thinks he's funny, so I must redeem myself. I must do something about this. I'm not gonna leave my school because of him, and I'm not gonna snitch. Something's gonna happen. So anyway, as the class ends, the bell rings. So cool boys, manjani, packing their stuff slowly in. Listen, I'm already at the back of the class, standing like this. My bag is still on me, so I'm jumping cool what's gonna happen. I didn't roll anything up. My jersey was still on properly. Nothing. Chilled, standing at the back of the class. But the stare in my eye, you can see that Anyuko happy and Mamela Konozokal. So this boy, he was very skinny and like maybe just a bit taller than me. He was just a couple of inches taller than me. So I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wait until you leave the classroom. I'm standing there. I'm saying this in my head. I'm not saying anything to anyone. My friend Mbali was like, how Mbali, what's happening? Me too, no, I'm coming. I'll see you at break. I'm not even asking for an audience. I don't want anything. I'm waiting. Did this boy not take his time packing his bag? Because he could tell that it's on. He could see that I'm angry, and because I'm not saying anything, he can't say anything either. So I think our teacher was still in the classroom. She was those teachers that wouldn't leave like immediately. So he eventually comes to the back of the class, ne? And then I had this friend, what was his name again? I think his name was Lionel or something. Yeah, it was a colored guy. So he was waiting for me at the door, outside the door. So I mean, I'm still inside and it's okay. Babes comes to the back of the class. Listen, I didn't wait. I started kicking him. I started kicking him here, and I was grabbing. So I grabbed on his shirt and I tore it. I made sure that I tore it because I wanted him to explain to whoever wasn't around. Listen, bang tabuleli skipa yilian tomba zana. I wanted him to be embarrassed because gunini, I had been catching smoke from this guy. I was so tired of it. So I wanted him, like I wanted people to know. So I started kicking him. I'm still wearing my bag. Ne? I kick him. So because of my bag, my friend Lionel was able to move, like shift me with the bag. And Ganti, while he's doing that, he allowed me to do a quick spinning kick. I kicked him in the air. I won't forget. He hit me back as well, obviously. He punched me. He punched me on my forehead, and I mean, I did say it was a boy, so the punch him, I had a good guru. But it wasn't like too visible, but it was very painful. Like it was painful for a while, actually. I think for like a year. But listen, everyone was laughing. It was like a joke. But people, because like I said, because of the shirts, it looked like shit. You were really beat down by a girl. Do you understand? I was in tears, and while I was in tears, I was like swearing at him and telling him, Guti, don't you ever talk about me, don't you ever say anything to me ever again. I am sick of you and your bullying. Don't ever say anything to me ever again. You understand? And I was swinging, guys. I swear, there's nothing. Even when I used to play TV games, like when it's on, it's on. There are no rules. There are no rules. I think the only thing I didn't do was bite him, but I made sure I threw hands. Especially, I kicked him. Most importantly, I made sure that I kicked his dude. So after that, we got taken to the office because obviously the teacher was there, and in the office now people are busy, Pella. You know, adults, they've got their own things going. So now we're sitting. Imagine you're sitting with this guy that you just had a fight. You're sitting next to him and you had been crying, but now you're not crying anymore because I mean it's been like maybe 30 minutes and class is in session again, man. And you're still in the office, and he was just like, the thing is, I saw his mother when we were fighting, because that was another thing that was the only way you could get to, especially a guy. Like a guy would diss you from head to toe, back to front, and there's nothing that you would say, like, unless you've got bars now, like you know, if not that, like nothing would offend him. Like nothing would offend him, except when you say something about their mother. So that's what I did. So he was like, now when we're sitting in the office, he's like, no, the thing is, you don't know the condition that my mother's in, whatever. Not, yo, silly me. Now I feel bad. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, but now you had been going at me, hey? Like I was so tired of it. It was beyond me, and it was unbearable. Like everything, like it's like, okay, I'll get. Like, when are you gonna be done? I need to you had your jokes, you had your laughs, you got your laughs, and now, guys, no, not every day, not at all actually. But Mina, basically what I was saying is you were doing way too much, and you were basically asking me to do something about it. Something needed to be done, because both Lalela, like him, I was an easy target, clearly. So eventually, I don't know, we got into the office. I actually don't remember that part, but none of us really got into that much trouble. We were made to apologize to each other, and I think they made us write letters to each other or something stupid like that. But yeah, that ended. And I remember this other day, I was walking towards the tap and he was there. He was already at the tap. So I mean, I'm waiting for him to finish. And like, I'm the type, I don't hold grudges, hey. So I dealt with you. Yabo, in my head, I dealt with you. Saying really lapo. I'm holding nothing against you. When I see you, I'm not mad. I'm not threatening you. I'm not saying anything else. I'm just quiet. So I just waited to drink the water, and he moved before he even drank the water, and he was like, no, you can drink. And I was like, okay, this feels very uncomfortable, because that was not the point. The point was, stop talking about me, okay? But now I'm like, might as well. I mean, I am a girl, you know, even though I wasn't treated like that at that school. It was just like, hey, yeah, hey, Mara. It's like, it's in Kuzaman's, yabo. And then after like, I don't know how long, he eventually like apologized again, and he was like, he's sorry for what he was doing. He understands how I must have felt. And now obviously I'm feeling super bad. I'm like, no, I'm also sorry. Don't do that to anybody else ever again. You know what I'm saying? But that same day, I forgot to add this part. That same day, after the whole beat down and after the whole fight, I called my mom. I was like, Mama, like, so back then, I don't know if I had airtime, but you could go to like public phone, and I think you could call with as little as R1. I think so. So I think I put a young R2 in there, or young R3, and I was like, Mom, remember that boy that I told you, that I said that today was the day that I'm gonna beat down and kick his dude? And she was like, yes. And I was like, I did it. And she's like, hi Mbali, I'm like, no, I'm coming. But I did it. And I was like, okay, yeah, pay like a time or in. And then she was just like, oh my gosh, this child. And I went back home. Oh guys, that was dramatic. I had this friend Minnie who would not stop going on about it, because I wasn't proud of it. Like, I wouldn't even lie, I was not proud of it, but I felt like I had no choice. I felt like anything, if I were to get help in any other way, then I'd be bullied even further. So I needed to stand up for myself. And unfortunately, I had to use hands. I had to throw hands. And yeah, no, definitely not proud of it. Especially at that age, like but anyway, that was just I just wanted to like sort of maybe bring light to the kind of things that I used to deal with growing up. Like comments and remarks about my lips were, yeah, I could write a book on how many times I've been teased about my lips, how many times people made call me names because of my lips. Yeah, that's it. That is my story time. I just wanted to say, like, in closing, like, you're not gonna, I don't know, unless you're going to pay for another body, you're not going to get another one. The body that you're in is yours, and doesn't make any sense to do anything but love it. Love yourself, love who you are, love every lump, every imperfection, every flaw. So in closing, I just wanted to say, unless you're gonna pay to get a new body done, you know what I'm saying, love yourself, love your body, love who you are, love it. And if there's anything that bothers you to that extent, then do what you can to change it. But if it's something that you cannot change, honestly, you are wasting your time by hating anything about yourself. You're wasting your time. And what that will do, it just breeds a playground for people on the outside to lower your self-esteem more than it already is. Like, people will take jabs at you because they can tell you're not confident. Confidence is the sexiest thing anyone can wear. And it doesn't matter who you are. You can have the hottest body, you can look really good. As long as you don't believe that you look good, it will show. And I feel like walk tall. Walk tall, even if you're short, even if you are super tall. Walk tall. Wide, skinny, flat ass, big ass, round ass, apple ass, whatever it is, walk tall. And if you don't tell yourself who you are, if you're not confident in yourself, if you don't feel like you're a beautiful human being inside and out, then people on the outside are going to tell you who you are. Nobody knows you better than yourself. So you don't want someone from the outside who's assuming to come and tell you, listen, this is who you are, you're not even that pretty, I've seen better, you could lose weight, you could do this, you could do that. No ways. People are intimidated by people who are confident, and sometimes they don't even understand, why are you so confident, you're not even that hot. It's fine. Rather that than someone be like, yeah, really, you are. And people will add to whatever you tell them about yourself, or people will add to whatever you portray about yourself. And you don't want to spend the rest of your life hating yourself. Imagine, And ever since I've started becoming super confident, like I just think it's so absurd not to be. Like, confidence is all I know now. And being super confident, it doesn't mean you're saying anything about anybody else. Being confident doesn't mean you look down on anybody else. Being confident doesn't mean you think you're better than anybody else. No. But you think you're worth it. You think you're a gem. You know your worth. You know who the F you are. Anybody who has a problem with that has a problem with their own self-esteem. Anyone who's actually confident is not gonna now make you feel like, no, you're overconfident, you need to relax. Unless you're cocky. I'm not talking about cockiness. I'm not talking about being rude and egos and all those things. If you're confident within who you are, it comes from within. You have to tell it to yourself. You have to speak to yourself. It comes from within. No one else is going to tell you. No one else. Don't let anybody else validate you. They must come and add to what you already know. They must come and second your initial opinion about yourself. We are all ugly to somebody out there. Bayahlanya though, they're crazy. They must have a screw loose, but we are all ugly to somebody out there. Don't be ugly to yourself. And I mean that both ways. Don't be mean to yourself, because society says that this is what you should look like, and this is how you should behave, and this is what you should have at your age, and this is what your peers are doing, this is what success is. And you cannot offend people by loving yourself. If I offend you by loving myself, that means you've got issues of your own. That means you don't love yourself. That means you don't think you're worth it. And that's okay. That's okay. You'll come around someday. Someday you'll realize. But what you're not going to do is drag me down there with you. And don't make sure anyone who has an energy that doesn't make you feel good about yourself, anyone who doesn't make you feel good about yourself, eliminate them from your life. Don't even think about it. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Anyone who doesn't make you feel good about yourself shouldn't be in your life in the first place. This video needs to end, but you need to walk tall as well. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing a lot more of like self-care, mental health vibes videos, and I want to see how this one is going to turn out first, so we can see whether or not we should continue or maybe go back to the drawing board. But I'm confident in it. I hope I've touched someone's heart, even if it's just one person. I hope I've been heard loud and clear, and I hope you can resonate with what I've been saying. And yeah, see you next time on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. If you want to tell me, maybe if you want to put me in check because I've been gone for so long, do that. Like, whatever you want to say, do it. Whatever advice you want to give, do it. I've got thick skin, girl. I'm confident. So you can say whatever it is. I'll accept it freely. Be nice though. Thank you.